is going to be not part of the group. Do I need to see Janet talking about Taco Bell and Dave and Buster's for another 6 episodes? No.
I mean, to me, congratulations to Jasmine and Zach for being upgraded to cast members.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know why, and I do know why. I think it's just, it's diversity with both of them. I really do believe that because they add nothing. I'm just being honest.
Well, they haven't even given the real opportunity to be fully fledged characters on the show. And I think that, I do see what you're saying, and I also feel that like there is a production scramble to be like, well, we gotta have more than just Jax and Brittany. People aren't really into Jesse. We've got to have like what other storylines can come to like pepper in to this show. And I'm still not quite sure what's up with Zach's boyfriend, who he kept saying deported. And we talked about this on our episode, but like, I know this was filmed before the election, but like, how is
I said
Benji
this.
moving in with,
I said this. I just said this
yeah,
on my Patreon. I'm like, first of all, Zach nailed the nail on the head. You live the life you want. Like, if you don't want drama in your life, don't go after someone who's married and doesn't live in this country, even though he did when you guys got together. I said the same exact thing. I said, how is this person who's a Canadian citizen coming to live with you for the summer? For how long? Like, you're basically, this is like Teresa throwing around money on season 1 of Real Housewives of New Jersey, and the IRS says, we got to look into this woman. She has wads of cash in her. I mean, I assume that you're basically advertising that this person is in this country. Or not, I assume you are
yeah.
advertising. And is this going to end well for you when
All
he,
it says to me is that Benji's getting a work visa to be on the show.
yeah.
That's how it plays out. But like the logic is not there, and that's just another one of these like big production problems that I just think they kind of need to clean house. And I really, in terms of like who's making the shows, the production team that was on the 3rd season of Southern Charm
Yeah.
should be like the team. All of these shows, not Southern Charm, sorry, Southern Hospitality, should
Hmm.
be the team that these people have to look at and be like, analyze what they did in this season. And that is what needs to work when you're making a show with a group of coworkers and friends.
Yeah, they took a dog of a show that no one
Yep.
cared about, no one watched. It sucked. And they made like Southern Hospitality is like the best kept secret of Bravo.
Yep.
It has so many, it was phenomenal.
Yep. 100%.
Is there any, I agree with you. Kristen is the morning, noon, night, the only reason to tune into the show. To be honest with you, if I picture a show about Kristen and Luke and a family, and they'll have to have a one or two friends, a nanny, that to me is more interesting than the Stassi and Beau show.
Yeah. 100%.
Kristen
I
could
totally.
carry a show.
Yes, she really could, and she knows what she's doing, and she's unapologetic in it, right? Like Stassi still has the veneer of being like, well, I've got this Stassi persona to keep up. And
Hmm.
Kristen is just like, no, you get Kristen.
When she was just on Watch What Happened, she gave Andy the green dress. I feel he didn't really know what the green dress was. I mean, of
Yeah.
course, if it were Shep or one of the boys, I mean, not really Shep. He loves Austin and Craig. That must be one of the boys. He would get it. He was like, "Oh, this is the green dress." I'm like, Andy has no clue what the green dress
Yeah.
is. But even there, she was like, they said something about what's your opinion of Lisa Vanderpump, and she's like, maybe learn who my baby daddy is on a show you produce. And she was totally serious. Kristen is smart. She doesn't care. Where is the Kristen spinoff? I scrap the
Yeah.
Valley, right?
I mean, I'm hoping when we get to season 3 of The Valley that they pull a summer house and they're like, you know what? These people aren't working and these people are working, and we are going to start fresh with The Valley. And I think it should be Kristen centric.
Kristen centric. Janet was a fan of the show. She's referring to her as Crazy Kristen. She was Sheena's. I mean, there's that. You don't need that.
No, we don't. Janet is like, I don't know what pact with what demon she made to be able to be like a main above the fold cast member on the Valley, but it is.
She's thirsty. She wants to be the villain. She wants us to hate her, and she wants to be Kristen 2.0.
And I believe it was my co-host Kate who said like they're probably showing the Janet likes corn dogs and wants to eat Taco Bell and go to Dave and Buster's as like an extreme shift to be like, look, it's not all depressing to watch this show. And Janet will be the person who can feed that into us. But Janet then, like you said, has to conflict with wanting to be hated, wanting to be Kristen, essentially.
Do you like Jesse and Michelle? I mean,
Look,
they're hateable, but do you like
yeah,
watching them?
that's the thing is that like as hateable as like Jesse is specifically, he's such a good character on this show because he's just mean enough without it being the level of danger that Jax seems to be bringing. So he's just almost crossing that line, and like it's not a person I'd want to hang out with outside in real life, but he's bringing it on the show that if it wasn't paired with Jax, it would be just enough to be like, oh God, I hate to watch this guy, you know? And Michelle's a little blah, but I think she doesn't take shit from Jesse this season, which is good.
I totally agree. Michelle, nothing special about her. There's something about Jesse. He has that it factor. There is something about watching him. Right. You're like the total douche. Like he would be fine on Southern Charm with Craig and
Mm-hmm.
Shep. He reads more East Coast to me than like
Yeah.
Sandoval or Schwartz, but there is something about him that,
Well, he
he's
grew up
like,
in Boston, right?
oh,
So,
well, there you
yeah.
go. Where he's
Yeah.
like, I'm juggling my daughter and this, and then you're like, I don't know what to believe because it doesn't see. He's like, I really care about my daughter, but yeah, like I'm going on vacation with my girlfriend from the OC for these 3 weekends. You got to take the kid, and I don't know. He is like other than Kristen, and yes, it's a very manufactured scene. Him making up with Kristen, the producer is like,
Sure.
no, the audience that will go crazy if Kristen and Jesse make up, and she's team Jesse over Michelle. So it's very scripted. I agree that if it's not for Kristen, he's kind of the next best
Yeah.
thing. And
Yeah.
I'm over the Brittany and Jack stuff because we know how it plays out. And like we know they're done because it's Jax. Like that's the thing. There's nobody watching that's like, well, maybe Jax is not maybe he's
Yeah.
not a bad guy. We know. We know
Yeah.
what Brittany is. So like there's no mystery now. It's played out.
Yeah. The Scandival broke the audience's brain and it broke production's brain, and we're scrambling to like learn how to make shows again and relying on the same people who made the shows during Scandival and then before that we're like doing shit for like Cupcake Wars is not how we're gonna like continue the longevity of these shows in a way that like feels as fun as it used to feel.
And I was going to say, as we wrap up, even I love her. She's an icon. She's great. Even Lisa Vanderpump on Vanderpump Villa, it's like there's nothing special about her. Like it
She's
worked.
lost it.
She's,
Yeah.
yeah, right. It worked when you were giving Sandoval advice and it just does, right? She's lost it.
She's lost her flame. She's gone into focusing, like she's always, had restaurants and stuff, but she's like, ever since Vanderpump Rules, she's now